Today on Most Buffalo, get ready to roar. Dino Fest is back at the Buffalo Museum of Science. We'll show you how kids and families can dig, explore, and even meet a life-sized roaming dinosaur. Plus, from March Madness to packed arenas, they've seen it all. We'll meet the dedicated crew, making sure every steal, assist, and rebound is recorded. And from fine dining techniques to everything made from scratch, this is not your average chicken joint. We're taking you out to eat at Hencraft here on Most Buffalo. Hi there, welcome to Most Buffalo. I'm Lauren Hall. Those stories are coming up this half hour. Plus, we're taking you out to eat at a sweet spot for Maple Weekend and showing you how some Western New Yorkers are planning to mark Holy Week coming up in a couple weeks. But first, dog lovers in Western New York have a chance to meet a familiar face from the Buffalo Bills and help pups in need at the same time coming up this weekend. Buffalo Bills long snapper Reed Ferguson is teaming up with several local groups for a special dog adoption event in Orchard Park. Joining us in studio is Kimberly LaRussa of Sweet Buffalo, Nicole Reedy from Total Sports, and he's kind of camouflaged in your sweatshirt, Kim, but we have a furry friend here too from the City of Buffalo Animal Shelter. So why don't we start with you, Kimberly? Tell us about Zeke.
This is Sweet Zeke. He's about 8 years old and he is at the city shelter waiting for a home. He's been there for about a month, I think, and he's just waiting for his person to come along and adopt him, but he is a very sweet angel, as you can see.
Yes, as we always say, we only have good boys and girls here on the show. But this one, he has been a very good boy so far in the studio. And Nicole, he's just one of the animals. If he doesn't get adopted before then, he is just one of the animals that will be up for adoption this weekend. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, so hopefully someone comes and grabs Zeke. But this weekend we'll have the SPCA, we'll have Buddy's Second Chance, we'll have the City of Buffalo Shelter and Nichols City. So we'll have a ton of dogs there, all available for adoption.
And tell us about your location and what it's like normally when you're not having an adoption event.
Yeah, so we're located at 3170 Orchard Park Road. We're the official memorabilia partner of the Buffalo Bills. So we're constantly in there selling signed jerseys, helmets, and then we have different events with the players throughout the year.
And this is just one of the ones that you're going to be able to do in the off season. It's a little more exciting to get to meet a Bills player when they're not around as much, right? So Reed will be there. And what else are you looking forward to about the event?
So anyone who comes in and brings either dog food, dog treats, a collar, they all get to meet Reed Ferguson, get an autograph, take a picture. So it's a little bit different than our regular events.
Very nice. And you'll still be open for business as well.
Yep. We'll be open until 4 o'clock that day.
And hopefully none of the memorabilia is too breakable or anything if the dogs are exploring, but I'm sure everything will be going just totally fine. Kimberly, you work so closely with all these shelters throughout the year with Sweet Buffalo. Nicole, you mentioned some of the things that they're looking for. Why is it important to bring those items?
Yeah, I've always wanted to partner with local businesses and organizations to get more animals adopted. So having a partner like Total Sports has been really, really great. They use their network and their partnerships with the players to help these dogs, especially Buddy's Second Chance Rescue. So this event is really special to bring in not only the rescues, but the shelters like City of Buffalo Animal Shelter to show that there are amazing dogs in these shelters and you just got to go and visit them.
Yeah, and what is it like to be at these firsthand and to see people, meet their future pet for the first time?
It means so much to see these people. A lot of people that come to these events, they're not even necessarily looking for a dog in that moment, but they meet this dog that they never thought they would have, whether that's a big dog or a little dog, and the dog just, melts their heart, and then they find their forever home. So it's really great seeing those memories made.
Okay, again, this is happening this Saturday from 12 to 4. Nicole, the address one more time.
3170 Orchard Park Road.
And do people need to do anything in advance to prepare? Just show up?
Nope, it's totally free for them to walk in, but if they would like to meet Reed, they can bring something, and then outside of that, they can just meet the dogs all day.
And one more time, the items that you're looking for.
So we're looking for food, collars, treats, anything that'll help the dogs.
Wonderful. Where can people go for more information?
They can go to tscbuffalo.com and click on the donations tab.
Very nice. Kimberly, Zeke, and Nicole, thanks so much for being here. Zeke, we hope, like we said, we hope you don't make it to Saturday, but if you do, we hope that you find your home that day. We appreciate it so much. And speaking of the Bills, we are getting another look inside the new Highmark Stadium today. The team shared a new video with a never-before-seen view from the field club, the locker rooms, and much more. In the video, officials talked about the parking situation at the new stadium, and it's something Bills Mafia will definitely look forward to.
You know, one of the big things about Buffalo and going to a game is the experience of it, not just the game itself, but you know, the 8 hours before the game. And it's a full day or weekend experience. And you know, so one of the things that, you know, Populous and the Bills had wanted was the larger parking stalls. So, you know, normal parking spot is 9 by 18. Here we've got 9 by 18 with a 10-foot area behind your stall for the tailgating.
And the stadium is on track to be done by June 1st, so the state can take ownership of the land by the beginning of August. Haley Steinfeld is sharing new details from her recent baby shower, but we are sorry to the Bills Mafia because there was not a football theme and there really wasn't any sightings of Josh Allen at this baby shower either. But of course, the actress is married to Josh Allen, and she posted photos from the California celebration on her Substack, writing that her mom planned the gorgeous event. It featured cozy gingham decor, a knitting station, and about 30 close friends and family, each bringing a book for the baby. And from football to basketball, March Madness is taking over downtown Buffalo with thousands in the Queen City cheering on their favorite college teams. It's a special time for players, fans, and the team behind the box score. 2 on your sides, Claudine Ewing caught up with what's believed to be Buffalo's longest running basketball stat crew.
These 3 guys, Sam, Dwayne, and Kevin.
We all see the game differently. Kevin and Dwayne played the game when they were in high school. I never played.
They are stat keepers.
I'm the spotter, so I'm kind of like the play-by-play guy.
The others input the numbers. When you watch the ball and players in real time, this crew is making sure every statistic is right in the box score.
Watch the game intently, trying to pick out everything that goes on. Doesn't matter if it's a minute detail on a steal, an assist, rebounds, fouls,
block shots, points, minutes played, rebounds, assists, steals, and everything there. That actually comes from me.
For decades, this trio has been the crew at Canisius University basketball games and other schools too.
We have over 100 years of experience. It's just great working this type of function with guys that we've all grown up into adulthood with.
They've worked all 8 NCAA tournaments in Buffalo.
March Madness was my Christmas. So when you get a function down here like this and you get to host part of that, it's cool to be a part of.
You got millions of people that are following the game online, so it's just a marginally more pressured.
Proficiency.
You describe what the shot is: 3-pointer, jumper, dunk.
I look at it from a guard standpoint. Kevin will look at it from he's a big man. He'll look at it from a big man standpoint. So we get different point of views on, especially when you're talking about turnovers and stuff like that, about who's at fault. Was it the guard?
They've seen some of the best courtside.
I haven't really just taken it in and ingested what the feeling actually is like. It is cool to be in a packed arena.
On your side, Claudine Ewing, Channel 2 News.
And whether you're in town for the tournament or just grabbing lunch on your break, there's a new chicken spot in downtown Buffalo serving up big flavors. Let's go out to eat now at Hencraft.
We've been hearing about it since last summer.
We start here with the original. This sandwich is really going to be our signature.
And now Hencraft is open in downtown Buffalo.
Well, it took a lot of research and development. We had the head of our culinary department come to town and we researched and tested and ran through a bunch of sandwiches.
It's more than a new local chicken sandwich spot. It's also a test kitchen for Delaware North, located right across the street from its global headquarters.
The idea for this operation is to make it scalable and to spread it across the country in our other locations, sports arenas, stadiums, etc.
Executive Chef Evan Wargo of Patina 250 is pulling double duty.
It's been great. You know, it's maybe you'll see me running across Delaware Ave multiple times a day, but because I still have to maintain over there. But it's the feedback has been really great. We've had a lot of engagement on social media, and the staff. We couldn't do it without the staff that's here.
And they're using many of the same fine dining practices they're known for in a new way.
Hencraft, obviously chicken, and then craft made. So we're making everything from scratch here. You know, all the sauces, all the chicken. We get raw chicken in, we marinate it, we bread it, pickles are breaded, cookies are made in-house.
The menu is simple to digest with 3 sandwiches: the original, the chicken lettuce tomato, and the spicy boy.
Which is an Asian barbecue flavor that has a Asian slaw with hoisin and chili and ginger. We also do chicken tenders, which are made from the actual piece of chicken that we put in the sandwich. Our sides, we have the hen fries, we have our fried pickles, which are pickle spears that are done in the same breading as the chicken, and then 2 slaws, the Asian slaw and the coleslaw that come from the sandwiches.
And here's something you don't hear too often.
Aside from the bun that the sandwiches are served on, everything that we offer is gluten-free. Fryers are all gluten-free. We do offer gluten-free buns for those that need it.
And because this is a test kitchen, what's here now could look very different down the line.
This unit will be a hen craft until, we decide otherwise, but it could eventually be used as a testing ground for other quick service restaurant concepts that we're gonna spread across the enterprise.
Hencraft is located on Delaware near Chippewa next to Starbucks, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner.
And there's more ahead on Most Buffalo. Coming up, a new children's book is celebrating the life of Father Baker just in time for National Reading Month. We'll hear about some of the lessons inside its pages and where you can get a copy for your family. Back now on Most Buffalo, and this week at Our Lady of Victory National Shrine and Basilica, preparations are underway for Palm Sunday and the celebrations of Holy Week leading into Easter. It's a time of reflection, community, and coming together. We are joined now by Reverend Run Senior David LaPuma. Thanks for being here. That video was from your recent renovations.
Yes, and we finished all that, so it's wonderful.
Yeah, right. If people haven't been in yet.
I can't wait for people to see it. We just finished on Thursday with the interior paint and restoration work, and now we're working on the lighting.
And how does everything look inside?
It's magnificent.
Yes.
I mean, it's always beautiful in there, but when you go in now, everything just pops. There's all new uplighting and all the new colors from what Father Baker intended from the beginning. So it's beige, blue, and gold, and everything's clean. The murals are clean, and it just is amazing. And people are walking around just in awe.
And just in time for an important time of year for Catholics. But you mentioned Father Baker, and that is why you are here, because you have a new book out, OLV put out about his life.
Yes, and it's a very auspicious day today because it's St. Joseph's Day, but exactly 150 years ago today, Father Baker was ordained a priest.
Wow.
So it's a big day for us, but this was done by our creative officer, Tom Lucia. He wanted to do, he calls himself a Father Baker nerd, and he wanted to bring the story of Father Baker alive for children today, because a lot of them wouldn't know. So this is written for ages 8 to 12, but I'm telling you, I've had parents, grandparents pick it up, and they're saying, I'm learning more about Father Baker from this book than I ever knew.
What are some of the things that they're commenting on that they learned about?
Well, first of all, Father Baker died 90 years ago this summer, so we wanted to take away the black and white history and bring him to life in color today. So they're learning about that he was a normal young kid that grew up in a family in downtown Buffalo with a general store. They're learning that he loved playing baseball, that he was very talented with music, guitar, piano, that he could sing, and that he was just a normal human being who grew up like all of us. But as he went through his life, he got that calling to be a priest. And it really is the story of how someone can be so compassionate, not just as a priest, but as a person. And he really is relatable, I believe, for children, because who doesn't want to know and be more compassionate, more welcoming, more loving? It's all about a friend to all. And really, Father Baker was truly a friend to all, because he changed lives of children and adults for the better. And that's, who doesn't want to do that?
And he is so part of the story and the history of Western New York as well. Why do you think it's important for children? I know you pass these out to a lot of the Catholic schools, but for all children and all Western New Yorkers to know about Father Baker.
They always look for role models, we all do, and I'm not putting the sports people down or the movie stars, but it's wonderful to have someone like Father Baker for kids to really emulate, because they don't have to be a priest, we'd love that, but what we want them to do is to see that compassion and kindness and generosity and selfless service, that's what it's really all about. And not so much the material things of this world, but to know that someone like Father Baker could actually live for 94 years, 60 years of priesthood and make this world a better place. And I think that's inspiring to children, because they'll realize as they're growing how important it is to give back, to be kind, and to show people compassion.
And to make our community
make our community much better.
A better place. And while you're here, of course, Holy Week is coming up very soon at the end of the month, leading into April. And
it's hard to believe how fast this Lent went by, but it's a week from Sunday, is Palm Sunday. So we'll have the church, the Basilica is magnificent right now, and it's going to be beautifully decorated for Palm Sunday with the palms, and we'll have the procession down the center aisle, the Blessing of Palms. We have Mass on Saturday night at 4:30, and then 8, 10, and 12, and 4:30 on Palm Sunday. And then we enter into Holy Week. And we'll have additional times for confession. They can find that on the website. But then the Triduum is Holy Thursday at 7 p.m., and that's the washing of the feet and the institution of the Eucharist. We have 34 adults and children coming into the church at the Easter Vigil this year to become Catholic, and it's really amazing. But some of them are going to have their feet washed that evening, which I will preside at that Mass. And then on Good Friday, we have the Stations of the Cross at noon in the cemetery, actually, and then inside as well. And then at 3 o'clock, we have the service of the Passion, which is walking with Jesus through Calvary, and that also includes Holy Communion. And then on Holy Saturday, the Easter Vigil, that is when we celebrate the long vigil preparing for Easter. So it's the transition from night to day to resurrection. And again, that's a beautiful series of readings, the blessing of the fire and the Easter candle, and then the actual sacraments of baptism, confirmation, and Eucharist for these adults and children, and then the rest of the Mass. And then Easter Sunday is always glorious and joyful. So we have 8, 10, and 12 on Christmas Day. So there are lots of opportunities for people to come and to celebrate, to experience the joy of Easter, but also to experience the beautiful Basilica National Shrine that's now been restored for us. So.
And that's exactly where you can get the book as well,
Exactly.
in the gift
you
shop.
You can get that in the lower level in the gift shop.
Wonderful. Father David, I almost called you Father Baker. Father David, thank you so much for being here.
You are wonderful, Lauren.
For
thank
all
you.
of your time that you always give us, and for getting us in the Holy Week spirit. We appreciate it.
And please take that home for Daisy.
Thank you so much. We will put it on her
in the
bookshelf.
library.
Yes, thank you so much. Father David LaPuma is here from OLV National Shrine and Basilica. And coming up next on Most Buffalo, we are getting a preview of 2 days of prehistoric fun coming to the Buffalo Museum of Science, from life-size dinosaurs to hands-on fossil digs. That and more still to come on Most Buffalo. Welcome back. If you're looking for something fun and educational for the whole family this weekend, or you guys just love dinosaurs, the Buffalo Museum of Science is bringing the prehistoric world to life. Dino Fest 2026 Roar and Explore Weekend is back, featuring hands-on activities, real fossils, and even, yes, a life-sized roaming dinosaur. Joining us in studio is Gary Siddall, President and CEO of the Buffalo Museum of Science. That is pretty cool. That's what people will see this weekend.
That's exactly right. Roar to Explore. Indeed, we are so excited to be welcoming all of Western New York in, anyone who has an interest in dinosaurs. And that, I assure you, is not just limited to children. This is multi-generational.
Yes, who doesn't have an interest in dinosaurs? And this is the first time, this is an annual event, but it's the first time that you spread it out to 2 days.
That's exactly right. We've been doing this for almost 10 years now, but because of the strong public interest around this topic area, around this subject area, we are expanding it to 2 days, and we're opening at 10 o'clock both days, open until 5 o'clock. So lots of opportunities to come in throughout the day and take part in all sorts of great activities. There's actually over 25 individual stations throughout the publicly occupied space of the museum, where you can come in and interact with our staff, interact with our partners, and even in some cases take away a cool craft.
And tell us about that. Was that a T-Rex, the roaming dinosaur?
A roaming dinosaur.
That's what people are going to want to see.
Very popular indeed. We have several times a day, and those times are listed on our website, which you can find as you seek to plan your visit. But the roaming dinosaur is absolutely a key performance. You know, what's really great about dinosaurs is they're so dramatic, they're so cinematic, and they make great tools for teaching kids about education. They're one of the first fields of science that we learn about as early learners, and it's because they have this sort of apex predator perspective that draws us in and makes us lean in and ask questions about why, and our staff will be there to answer all of your questions.
And it looks like you can wear all your dino gear as well and bring your dinosaurs with you.
Oh yeah, dinosaurs come with a theme, whether it's you bringing your own costumes and apparel, your own stuffed dinosaur. We'll have plenty of dino things covered if you don't have your own, but of course, welcoming visitors in, families in, and high numbers over the course of this weekend. We expect a lot of dino fanatics.
Does the roaming dinosaur have a name?
We'll have to work on that over the course of the weekend. He gets a lot of attention from our visitors and from our families, as you can imagine, very popular. We have several times a day where he's scheduled to come out, and as you can see from the footage here, you can get up close and personal and meet your very own dinosaur.
And I do kind of always ask this, but a specific age group that you think this event is geared toward or perfect for?
Dinosaurs do not discriminate based on age, so from early learners to adult learners and everyone in between, this is a great chance to come in as a family, grandparents bringing in grandchildren, parents bringing in children, adults who are just interested in the fields of paleontology and geology. We have something for everyone.
Yeah, like I said, we're all interested in dinosaurs, and this is a great event for if you are a member of the museum, because it's included in your membership.
It's included with your membership, and a family membership is paid for with a family of 4 in just 2 visits. So you get to take advantage not just of DinoFest weekend, but all of the offerings that come throughout the year at the Buffalo Museum of Science.
And if people are not members or are interested in purchasing tickets for this, should they get them in advance?
You're definitely going to want to. We expect really high visitation this weekend because of the public appeal of dinosaurs. So you can purchase your tickets in advance online. That makes your entrance experience very seamless. It ensures you have your spot, and you can do that all at sciencebuff.org.
And about how much time do you think people should plan?
You're going to want to spend a couple hours, between the 25 stations, the regular exhibits for the museum that will all be open, all the things we're adding, whether it's a dinosaur dig pit made of big foam, or we have these slime pits that you'll be able to dig around in. Those are things that are going to add to your already long experience at the museum. So I plan for a few hours.
Do you have a favorite dinosaur?
I love the Allosaurus, a personal favorite indeed.
All right, I'll have to look that one up. All right, Gary Siddall is the president and CEO of the Buffalo Museum of Science. Real quick, what's the website?
Sciencebuff.org. We hope you'll see it this weekend.
Thank you, Gary. And from prehistoric creatures to a sign of sweet, sweet spring, the smell of maple is in the air across western New York and New York State as Maple Weekend also returns this Saturday and Sunday. It's a chance for producers to open their doors and show how syrup is made, from tapping trees to boiling to the final product. At Letchworth State Park, visitors can see both traditional and modern methods in action and learn how much work goes into every bottle. It is a fascinating process. And from Letchworth to Attica, another maple farm is having its best season ever. Channel 2's Kevin O'Neill shows us what's behind the sweet success.
Can't stop eating them.
No, they're very addictive.
Oh, God. Oh.
Got almonds and cashews and peanuts.
God bless you. Nice to see you.
All coated in maple sugar candy, maple sugar syrup.
You guys will coat anything in maple
right,
here.
Yep.
This is Lyle Murley, and your family's been in this business for over 100 years.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah, we've continued to add products and make different products, and we've like to demonstrate that maple syrup is more than just for pancakes.
Absolutely.
It's just a good sweetener.
And for God's sakes, get real maple syrup. Don't get that brown goop.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it says syrup, but it doesn't say the word maple anywhere on it.
It's more healthier for you, pure maple syrup, because
Absolutely.
There's plenty of minerals and stuff like that in it to make it more healthy than cane sugar or corn syrup.
We're inside your store right here, and even notice you have different... like there's dark robust, and then there's a lighter syrup. I didn't know you have different sort of strengths.
Yeah, there's four different grades. There's gold
grades. Okay.
Grades. Yep. That's that was established industry wide so that the customer, no matter where they were buying syrup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a golden delicate, amber rich.
Interesting. The dark robust.
Dark
it's
robust
interesting. It's sort of like, it reminds me of like a vintage. The different kinds of wine, you know what I mean? Right. Okay, so Maple Weekend, it's family. You're not just staring at evaporators. You guys add a little bit more family fun.
Right.
To it.
We got a lot of demonstrations on how to tap a tree and wagon rides to the woods and an air cannon to shoot.
That's fun.
Tennis balls and we try and make it interesting for the whole family. We've got a kids corner where they can do some coloring. And
that's wonderful. Even the wagon rides is going to be great too. Okay, so I appreciate it. Again, this is Attica, New York, which is, by the way, a lovely village, and Wyoming County is Western New York's leading producer of maple syrup as well. So the website is mapleweekend.com. It's this weekend and next weekend. Looks like Saturday is the better weather day as of now. On your side in Attica, celebrating our Maple Weekend, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Kevin, thank you. Yes, lots of Maple Weekend events to check out this weekend for you to check out. So thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Most Buffalo. We'll see you back here live on Monday for another show at 2:30. You can always catch up on demand, though, right here on WGRZ+. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.